In today's English lesson, we are going to read a news article together. This advanced lesson will focus on very essential vocabulary and grammar you need to know, not only to fully to understand this article, but to participate in the culture of English speaking worlds. We will analyze each paragraph. Finally, at the end of the lesson, we read the article so that you can understand the best pronunciations and intonation. So, welcome back to Smile English Learn. Of course, I'm Zeeshan. So, get let's started. That first headline is that beware Trump, the American spirit is indefatigable. That beware indefatigable. I love freedom and equality, abhors tiny values, minding your own business and hates. Above all, to be told what to do. This will haunt Trump soon enough. That important word is beware, spirit indefatigable, that equality abhors tyranny, that hunt. Beware. Beware is a feeling of apprehensions or unease. For example, the bewareness of the danger kept us alert. Indefatigable adjective. The tireless persistence and unrelenting in one efforts or endeavors. The indefatigable team work day and night to meet the project deadlines. Abhors Chinese is strongly opposed oppressive or authoritarian rule. For example, the country findings principles abhor tyranny and uphold democracy. Hunt is to visit or appear to someone. The ghost is said to haunt to the old mansions. That first paragraph at 2:80 on Monday, that U.S. presidency changed hands and one of the largest governments in the world rearranged itself in services to the petulance and vigority of the nation's new presidents. That important word rearrange. Petulance is vigility. Rearrange to change the order, positions, or agreements of something such as object, word, and ideas. For example, she rearranged the furniture in her living rooms to create more space. Petulance is a feeling of display, a silky or childish behavior. For example, the child's petulance was evident in his refusal to share his toys. Vulgarity is the quality of being crude, cross, or offensively rude in language and behavior of appearance. For example, the comedian's vulgarities on stage shocked some members of the audience. That next paragraph. At the Pentagon, a portrait of General who Donald Trump had found insufficiently differential to him in his first term was removed for a wall's photographs to the empty spot circulated on social media. Trump was set to sign a bevy of executive orders pledging to withdraw the US from the Paris climate agreements to revoke policies promoting wind energy and electric cars and to exert executive power to speed up the construction of oil pipelines. That important word is portraits. Insufficiently differentials. Trump was removed. Empty spot. Set to pledging to is revoke to exert. That important words. Portrait is noun that a painting or other picture of person, especially the head and shoulders. For example, the artist painted a stunning portrait of a queen. Insufficiently to enough or to a degree that is inadequate to lackings. For example, the company funds were insufficiently allocated to cover the project expensive. Differential is a pronunciations that differentials. Adjective respectful or considerate, showing difference. Term was removed example that passive voice of the past simple tense. Breakthrough term is a subject. Was removed is a passive phrase. Was in the simple tense is auxiliary verbs to be. Said to is prepared or ready. I am set to the start my new jobs tomorrow. Pledge to make our solemn promises to do something. Pledge elegance is to the flag. Revoke is a verb to cancel or invalidate by withdrawing or reversing. I hereby revoke to all former wills. Exert is to put in vigorous actions. I exerted myself in today is training. The next paragraph, he was scheduled to revoke the federal acknowledgement of transgender identity of the purpose of civil rights law, declaring in his inaugural address that there are only two genders and reproductive rights are gov. A federal web she aimed at helping women navigate abortion accesses immediately went offline. That scheduled to revoke acknowledgement transgender aimed at navigate abortion accesses important words. To revoke is officially or cancel, withdraw something such as decisions, permissions, and authorizations. For example, she revoked her offer or to sell the house. Acknowledgement, the act of recognizing or admitting something such as act, a mistakes or contributions. She gave an acknowledgement of the error in her speech. Transgender, a person whose gender identity differs from the sex they were assigned at birth. She is transgender woman having transitioned from male or female. Aimed at to be targeted or focused on something or someone. The new policy is aimed at reducing carbon emissions. Navigate to control the movement. She navigated the sailboats through the choppy waters. Abortion access is availability opportunity for individuals, particularly women, to safely or illegally terminate a pregnancy. For example, the organization advocates for abortion accesses the reproductive rights. CBP once an app used to migrate to the US manage their interactions with immigration officials went dark when Trump was sworn in. An announcement posted on the program website said that the all existing appointment had been cancelled, leaving tens of thousands of people in the lurch. The press has reported that the new administration plans a series of high-profile raids in major cities this week in search of immigrants to deport. That important word is CBP once sworn-ins had been cancelled, large high-profile raids and immigrants. CBP stands for Customer and Border Protection. CBP is a federal laws enforcement agency responsible for enforcing U.S. customs, immigrations, and agriculture laws at the country border. Sworn in is to take an oath or duty. The new president was sworn in during the inauguration ceremony. Had been cancelled is a present perfect continuous tense. This tense is used to describe an action that started and continued to up a specific point in the past. The past perfect tense is indicates that the cancellations was an ongoing process that occurred before another actions to or point in the past. A lurch is sudden, violent, and uncontrolled movement, a stumble or stagger. For example, the lurch of the boot made me feel seasick. High profile rates refer law enforcement operations and target prominent, well known, and officials, individuals, and organizations and locations. The police conducted the high profile raids in several suspected organizations. So that I repeat the paragraph. Beware Trump's the American spirit is indefatigable. I love freedom and equality, abhor and training values, minding your own business and hates above all to be told what to do. This will haunt the Trump soon enough. At noon 80 on Monday, the US presidency changed the hands and one of the largest governments in the world rearranged itself in services to the petulance and vulgarity of the nation's new president. At the Pentagon, a portrait of General who Donald Trump had found insufficiently deferential to him in his first term was removed from a wall. Photographs of the empty spot circulated on social media. Trump was set to sign a bevy of executive order pledging to withdraw the US from the Paris climate agreements, to evoke the police promoting wind energy and electric cars, to exert executive power to speed up the construction of oil pipelines. He was scheduled to revoke federal acknowledgement of transgender identity of the purpose of civil rights laws, declaring in his inaugural address that there are only two genders and reproductive rights or gov, a federal website aimed at the helping women navigate abortion access. Immediately went offline. CBP1, an app used to by migrants to use to manage their interaction with immigration officials, went dark when Trump was sworn in. An announcement posted on the program. That website said that all existing appointment had been cancelled, leaving tens of thousands of people in lurch. The press has reported that new administrations plan a series of high-profile raids in major cities this week in search of immigrants to deport. So please subscribe this channel and share and like these videos, and we uh, introduce new videos and promoting me that please subscribe this channel, and thank you very much.